Hello, Professor. This is Ron B. Let me tell you something about my project. So whatever I've done here, I'm going to show you exactly what's going to happen. As a practical, I've just put it into practice, and I'm going to show you exactly what's going to happen for you just in any page. Here, up to here, just contact me. So everything is working properly. So far, just and up to contact me. It's for the project one, for the assignment one, for the assignment two. There are more options, have been added here. So just log in and register. So and some, some more, some items more, which if you do the login process, and the registration as well, prior to logging, so you can just go through the options, coming up, through your steps. For example, you have to take these steps in advance. Then, firstly, we're gonna just register here, for example, by any name, like, uh, for example, Sarv. So Sarv, then Sarv, just 1, 2, 3, and then Sarv. Okay, we're gonna do the registration. So exactly as you can see here. We have this name here. So we can do the delete process, by clicking on delete. So it's gonna ask you if you want to delete this one or not. So if I just click on delete, so the item will be deleted. The contact list will be deleted. And so if I want to add some more, so we can just by this page, we can add uh, someone, into my contact list. For example, any name, for example, Sherwin, and then so Sherwin, like whatever here. Yes, and then Sherwin, and then so we can use any number and submit. Then so you can see here the name, we have created. We have created as a contact list, as a contact name. And so then if you want to add it, so you can add it. So the names and whatever, into these fields. Email, name, and the number, all of them will be retrieved from the database and come into the right fields, because it's going to help. It's going to give you the tips, the user the tips. It's going to make it more user friendly. So you can interact with this page more comfortable, because you have some more information in prior to now has been written. So you can just change the names or any fields you have input wrongly. And then, for example, if you change it to shine, then and so even this one. So if you do the submit, so you can see that everything has been changed. And so if you do, the delete, so the items will be removed automatically, would be removed. In a jiffy. And okay, that was exactly I did. I'm going to show you my project and my codes over here. So these are the codes. Just categorize, login, and register into our authentication folder. And so the other one is contact, which does the project. All of these files, for add list and everything here. So we can see something here, and I'm going to show you just. First of all, in the login page, I'm going to show you here. If you have any error, so we'll come up here, we'll place here. Above the fields, we have created username and password for the login page. So it means like there is a message here inside. If the messages will be the length of the message will be greater than 0, so it means we have a message to show. So, and if you have done something wrong, so the message will come up and over the page. And then this is for the register, and it works as the same. But so uh, you have to be authenticated, like to log in. I mean, if you have registered in advance, or you can do the process of login. So if you can see here the routes, these are the routes. I mean, the contact and index and users. This is for the user. So this is what is happening here. I mean, in terminal, it's going to show you just a response with a resource. So if you, I mean, uh, if the user uh, if the user, I mean, it's connected to the user. So here you're going to see the like this message with the response with the resource. So it has been connected to almost to the database, and then so this is what is happening here. Uh, so the routes, I mean, for any page, login, contact, and everything. And so if whatever you can see here, this is the index controller, and so this is a module, you know, is fetching from the controller, which is here, and index, and so everything is happening here. The main structure, the main body of the main part of the program is here, and the model as well. So this is the contact list. So this is a collection of contact, so which is like set up in database, and then this one, this is schema like of your contact list. So which I mean, when you add someone in your contact list or delete or everything, you know, you do the process over your contact list. So there are 3 fields just must be introduced to database, which is like email, number, and the name. So these fields, we need them like for any process. And then this is the user. So we're gonna like just we're gonna use, I mean, just make our user model here as well. And we're gonna need 2 couple of fields, username, and so just the email, display name, and the created, and so just updated. So which is the collection. This is which is set up like in your database in MongoDB, and so and some more. And here, so we have to for in advance we need these, I mean, modules for for doing any process over your project, because this is the Mongoose. It's at the passport. These are the crucial modules which are really necessary for any, I mean, for any creation of models, for any, I mean, just any model. And so this is for the contact list. And so, oh, I'm sorry, here, I'm going to show you here what's going to happen. This is DB. So we have created this file from the, I mean, so imported from MongoDB. And this is a configuration of my file. So whatever here you can see, this is for the to set up my project. Everything works properly here, as you can see. And this is index. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you in 1 or 2 minutes more. These are the required modules, and so these are the, I mean, as you can see, this is the file. I mean, the HTML file, EJS file. As a matter of fact, it just will come into view, and so they have to be like by the response method here, which is defined here. The files will be loaded here, and the module exports. And so here, this is for the project. So if you the request, you can see here, I'm going to show you something about just a registration model. So here, so let me show you something about like the project. Yeah, here. Yes, if the process of your sorry, what I was trying to tell you to show you here. So index, okay. This is for just a request, authentication and login. So it's gonna like show you the login page and the process. This is for, I mean, if the user is already logged in or not. So it's going to check it out. And so, and the process login here, I mean, the passport authenticate is going to satisfy, it's going to specify that the user has been, is authenticated or not. And then, as you can see here, the registration for this is for the registration. So the request that user, the request, everything the user whatever wants from the database to get as a response. It means it's kind of the request that you're sending your request to the database. It means this is the method which is used for it. And so it's gonna check if the user is not already logged in or not. And so, but for everything related to authentication process is happening here. Through the login and registration process. And if you will be authenticated, so the log out will come up into view. So on the right side of the page here, as you can see, I'm going to show you. And so welcome Sav, for example. This is the name we have identified here. So and it's gonna just return you to the main page. When you log out, I'm gonna show you here. We're gonna just go to the main page, and so that was all. And so I think just more than 5 minutes. I couldn't just close and cap my explanation. Less than 5 minutes. Sorry. Thank you for your attention. Have a great one.